The Mayan Empire was a Mesoamerican civilization that developed in the Yucatán Peninsula and parts of Central America from around 250 to 900 AD. The culture was not a unified empire, but rather a collection of independent city-states, with each city-state having its own ruler, government, and culture. The Maya were skilled architects, builders, mathematicians, and astronomers. They constructed massive pyramids, temples, palaces, and other structures, many of which are still standing today. The Mayan society was one of the most advanced civilizations in the ancient Americas. Here are some amazing facts about the Maya. Mayan writing is a logosyllabic writing system, meaning that it uses both logograms and syllabograms. Logograms are symbols that represent words or concepts, while syllabograms are symbols that represent syllables. The Maya writing system is one of the most complex in the world, with over 800 different symbols. Mayan astronomers were some of the most advanced in the ancient world. They made significant advances in astronomy and astrology, and they used their knowledge to develop accurate calendars and to predict eclipses. The astronomers used mathematics to calculate the positions of the stars and planets, create calendars, and predict eclipses. The Maya also used mathematics to predict the future and to advise people on important decisions. The Maya had a complex pantheon of gods and goddesses, and believed that their gods controlled all aspects of the natural world, as well as human life. They worshipped their gods through a variety of rituals and ceremonies, and built elaborate temples and shrines in their honor. Some of the most famous ancient Mayan structures include: the Pyramid of the Sun is the largest pyramid in the ancient city of Teotihuacan. It is also the third largest pyramid in the world, after the Great Pyramid of Giza and the Pyramid of Cholula. The Pyramid of the Sun is believed to have been built between 200 and 400 AD. It is made of earth and stone, and is covered with a layer of stucco. The pyramid was once covered with a layer of gold paint, but the paint has long since worn away. The Pyramid of the Sun is located in the center of Teotihuacan, on the Avenue of the Dead. The Avenue of the Dead is a wide road that runs through the heart of the city. The Pyramid of the Sun is flanked by two smaller pyramids, the Pyramid of the Moon and the Temple of Quetzalcoatl. The Temple of Kukulkan, also known as El Castillo, is a Mesoamerican step pyramid that dominates the center of the Chichen Itza archaeological site in the Mexican state of Yucatán. The Temple of Kukulkan is a 9-level pyramid with a square base and a temple on top. The pyramid is decorated with a variety of carvings and sculptures, including images of the feathered serpent god Kukulkan. One of the most interesting things about the Temple of Kukulkan is the way it interacts with the sun. During the spring and autumn equinoxes, the sun casts a shadow on the pyramid that resembles a serpent descending from the heavens. This phenomenon is known as the descent of Kukulkan. The Temple of the Jaguars is a small but significant temple located in the Great Ball Court at Chichen Itza. It was built between the years 1000 and 1150 AD, and is named after the two massive jaguar thrones that flank its entrance. The Temple of the Jaguars is believed to have been used for a variety of purposes, including religious ceremonies, royal coronations, and human sacrifice. It was also a place where the Maya elite could gather to watch the ball game that took place in the Great Ball Court below. The Temple of the Inscriptions is a 9-level pyramid at the pre-Columbian Maya civilization site of Palenque, located in the modern-day state of Chiapas. The structure was specifically built as the funerary monument for Kinich Janab Pakal, ruler of Palenque in the 7th century, whose reign lasted almost 70 years. The Temple of the Inscriptions is the largest Mesoamerican stepped pyramid structure at Palenque, and is notable for its hieroglyphic inscriptions. In 1952, a crypt was discovered under the temple, in which were found the jade-ornamented remains of what may have been a ruler priest of the 7th century. The tomb of Pakal was discovered beneath the floor of the temple's sanctuary. It contained Pakal's sarcophagus, which was decorated with a relief carving of Pakal emerging from the jaws of a jaguar. The sarcophagus also contained a large jade mask, which covered Pakal's face. Mayan palaces were the homes of rulers and other elite members of society. They were often located in the center of Mayan cities and were surrounded by high walls and fortifications. Some of the most famous Mayan palaces include the Palace of the Governors and the Palace at Palenque. The Palace of the Governors is one of the most iconic and well-preserved structures that depicts ancient Mayan life in Mexico. It is a massive limestone building that is built on a raised platform and is decorated with elaborate carvings and sculptures. The palace is divided into 3 sections, each of which contains a number of rooms. The central section is the largest and most impressive. It has a large courtyard and a number of rooms that were used for various purposes, such as banquets, meetings, and religious ceremonies. The palace at Palenque is a large and complex structure located in the center of this ancient Mayan city. It is believed to have been built in the 7th century AD and was used as the residence of the ruler of Palenque, as well as a ceremonial center. The most notable feature of the palace is its 4-story tower, which is known as the Observation Tower. The Observation Tower is believed to have been used as an astronomical observatory and a watchtower. Mayan ball courts were used for a ritual ball game that was important to Mayan culture. Ball courts were often located in the center of Mayan cities and were surrounded by high walls and spectator stands. Some of the largest and most famous Mayan ball courts are found at Chichen Itza and Coba. The Great Ball Court at Chichen Itza is the largest ball court ever discovered in the Mesoamerican region. It was used for a ritual ball game that was important to Mayan culture. The game was played by 2 teams of 7 players each. The goal of the game was to hit a solid rubber ball through a stone hoop that was located high on the wall of the opposing platform. The Great Ball Court was more than just a place for sports. It was also a sacred place where the Maya performed religious ceremonies and rituals. The court is decorated with a number of elaborate carvings and sculptures, which depict Mayan gods, goddesses, and other figures. The Mayan Empire was one of the most advanced civilizations in the ancient Americas. Their contributions to architecture, mathematics, astronomy, and other fields and their legacy continues to inspire and fascinate people today.